Some Parkinson's symptoms are just annoying, but others, they can stop you in your tracks because they're embarrassing, especially when they happen in public. Well, today I'm sharing the 3 symptoms that have embarrassed me the most and how I've learned to handle them without letting them ruin my day. And stick around to the end for today's Bryce-ism, my personal embarrassment survival tip that works for almost anything Parkinson's throws at you.
Welcome to Living with Parkinson's. The good, the bad, and the reality. Real talk, real life, real community with Bryce Perry. Let's begin.
Well, welcome to the broadcast. I want to thank my loyal viewers and listeners for coming back. You're amazing. And to all my inner circle members, I just give you a big high five, big shout out. And if you're new here, my name is Bryce, and this is Living with Parkinson's, the good, the bad, and the reality. So this channel, this podcast is all about providing strength, hope, and support to individuals living with Parkinson's and their caregivers. I share motivational stories and tips and insights to help you navigate life with Parkinson's. And if you're looking for this type of content, then make sure you subscribe and ring the bell so you know when I post new episodes. So today's program is 3 Parkinson's symptoms that embarrass me the most and how I handle them. And let's get right into it. My first one is a big one, and that's facial masking. Okay, so over the past 6 months, I've noticed it more, especially in group photos. Everyone else is smiling and my mouth is half open, or my expression, it barely changes. It can be awkward because people read your face before they hear your words. I've had folks ask me if I'm upset when I'm perfectly fine. So how I deal with it? I tell people up front, if I look serious, don't worry, it's just part of Parkinson's. That kind of clears the air and sometimes even gets a smile. And I work on being deliberate about smiling, even if it feels exaggerated to me. I actually practice it. I actually tell myself to smile. I actually remind myself to smile. So if you're dealing with any facial masking today, or you're dealing with it, you have to be intentional about it. You have to remember it. You have to try to remember to tell yourself to always be smiling and to close my mouth. So, the Parkinson's regular kind of picture is the mouth open, right? And if I look at all the pictures, my mouth's open. So I intentionally, when I'm sitting there, I'll be, out in public, I'll be at a restaurant, I'll be watching a movie or something, and I intentionally catch myself and close my mouth. So you have to be very intentional about some of these things. And I know that's not what you want to hear, but you do. And you just close your mouth. Okay, so that symptom for me is very embarrassing. It's something that's, I guess it's maybe vain. They call it vain, but oh well, I'm vain. And that's just who I am, and I just definitely do not like it, and it embarrasses me. So something I'm working on, something I'm dealing with, and again, I will tell you some of the tricks and tips that I've done to get over this and to deal with it. So even if you don't have that, if you have something else, stay tuned to these tips coming up because it could be very valuable for you. So another symptom that is really embarrassing to me and is really hard to get used to is the inability to multitask. Now, multitasking is just not my friend anymore. Okay. Back in the day, I could juggle like 5 things at once. Now, if I try that, something's going to get dropped, literally or figuratively. Like the last time I tried to make toast and answer the phone, I ended up buttering the remote. I mean, it's ridiculous. How I deal with it? I focus on one thing at a time. I know that sounds really basic, but it's made me calmer and it's reduced mistakes. And if something goes sideways, I laugh it off because humor turns an awkward moment into just another story. So that's exactly what you need to do. You need to intentionally slow down, take a breath, take 5 minutes and pause, take a breath, and then remember what you're doing. Do one thing and then move to the second thing. And I know you're saying, I used to be able to do that. I used to be able to do this. I know. So did I. But I don't now. So rather than have to deal with that and be embarrassed that I can't multitask, embarrassed that I'm getting flustered, slow it down. Take that breath. Intentionally do one thing at a time. Okay. And don't forget, stay tuned to the end because I got a Bryce-ism that's going to wrap all this up. You're going to love it. I really think you'll love it. All right. Here is my third symptom that I'm absolutely embarrassed about. Then it's forgetfulness. What was that? No, I'm sorry. Just pretending I forgot where I was. But forgetting words mid-sentence, and forgetting someone's name seconds after they tell me, or walking into a room and having no idea why I'm there. It's extra awkward when it's in front of a crowd or during an important conversation. Have you been there? Let me know in the comments, are these resonating with you, or what is one symptom that you're embarrassed about? Let's start a conversation. Remember, I read and reply to every single comment. So comment. Okay. This one though is really hard. How do I deal with it? Well, I own it. I'll say my brain just took a quick coffee break. Just give me a second. People usually laugh and it breaks the tension. And I also keep a small notebook for names, details, or things I need to remember later. A lot of times too, I'll grab my phone and I'll be, just 1 second, please. And I'll literally just talk it into my phone. Just met, whatever, Shirley Muffin, and she sells muffins by the lake. And, she has red hair and she's very nice. And then I just save it as a note in my phone. Then I can always go back and reference it, because these things I have to be able to remember, things that I want to remember. And it can be so embarrassing, when you're just staring at somebody and you know who they are and you just can't grab their name. It's awful. So that's what I do. Take those notes, do it, everything else. So good question for you. Which symptom do you relate to most? Let me know in the comments below, because, you might help someone else feel less alone. There could be somebody out there watching this right now or listening to this right now, and they don't want to comment. They don't want to, they're not there yet. And they're thinking they're all alone. And if that's you, you're not alone. You're not alone at all. I am saying these things because we all deal with them. And I want to help you get through them. So A, we want to break that stigma that it's just you or it's just me that deal with these things. And B, I want to help you through it. Okay. So these might be my top 3, but for you, it could be tremors, it could be freezing, it could be speech changes, or it could be something completely different. The takeaway: be prepared, acknowledge it if you need to, and keep a sense of humor in your back pocket. Most people aren't analyzing you nearly as much as you think they are. They're too busy worrying about their own stuff. Isn't that the truth? But you've made it this far, which means you've unlocked your Bryce-ism for the day. And here it is. With Parkinson's, embarrassment isn't optional. It's part of the subscription plan. The trick is deciding how much you let it cost you. Now it's your turn. What Parkinson's symptom embarrasses you the most, and how do you deal with it? Drop it in the comments. You might give someone else a coping strategy they never thought of. And remember, you don't have to do Parkinson's alone. Join this movement. Be a part of the community that gets it. And until next time, I want you to remember to do life, and I want you to do it today.
Parkinson's may be part of your life, but it doesn't get to define it. Thanks for listening to Living with Parkinson's, the good, the bad, and the reality. If this episode moved you, helped you, or reminded you you're not alone, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Want to go deeper? The Inner Circle is waiting. Monthly Zoom calls, 24/7 community, and a direct line to Bryce. You'll find the link in the show notes. Until next time, keep showing up and keep doing life today.